I told my bitch to bag the gas, I'm rolling up the finest. Used to be a troublemaker, now don't resort to violence. Unless you travel down with the lambs of the silence.
Welcome back to the Go to His Room podcast. Before we get started, I'd like to give a brief shout out to this episode's sponsor, Raider Ride out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, owned by Ryan Schnooks, a fully sponsored AMA racer tearing up the East Coast circuit. Check him out. At Raider Ride, you will find honest, reliable, and quality work for all your motorcycle needs. You can find them on Facebook and on Instagram at Raider Ride. Thank you. Yo. I'm about to show you.
Whatever, Doc.
Yeah.
Cool. I see it now.
So I got that one, got this one. Boom. You need a lighter or something?
Do you want me to roll up another one real quick?
You can. I'm good. No big deal. You got it. Light. Boom. So we live? Yeah, we live. Alright, cool. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Go to His Room. You know where the music is hot and the vibes are chill. Oh man, I wanna fix this. So, and we can cut and edit shit as we go.
For sure.
And alright, we live. Alright, cool. Yo, welcome back to Go to His Room. You know where the music is hot and the vibes are chill. I'm Ruby, and that guy that's cooler than your baby daddy. And today we're here chilling with the man. Right? Hey, but that's cool though. You didn't even notice though. You know what I'm saying? And we out here kicking it, man. Smoking in the studio, man. Just being real, man. So I guess we're gonna have to tell your story and how you came to be. Since it's your first time on the show, we're gonna have to start all the way from the beginning. Or wherever you want to start it, man. It doesn't really bother me.
Okay. You want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
So, what's up? My name's Soul. I'm a producer name. That's what most of the people in Chicago know me by. I'm a drummer, producer, musician, all of the above. I'm a creative, and I love to explore creative avenues with fellow creatives. I love to collab. I love to hop on shit with homies.
Yeah.
You know, whatever how it looks like, I just love to create.
How did you come to be to start creating music?
So, my OG had me playing violin when I was like 5.
Wait, you play violin?
That was my first instrument.
Like you can play it well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I used to busk in the loop
What?
to make money in high school.
You be like, nah.
These niggas play violin.
What? What?
Go out there, make some money, and then link up with some homies, find somebody like, I don't know if I should say this on TV, but find somebody to get a bottle with, and we can edit this shit out later. So, yeah, bro, I find somebody to get a bottle with, and find some weed in it.
We're good. We're good.
Hell yeah. So
did you like, since you're now producing and, you know, the little stuff from playing the violin, like, what was your influences? Like, do you still listen to like Beethoven or anything?
Man, like, I got appreciation for it. You know what I mean? And I still like classical music. I was just playing that before you earlier that had that SATV, that choir song in there. I started playing violin. Wasn't really a fan of it because my mom just like made us do it. So after violin, she let me quit when I was like 14 to pick up drums. Are
your parents made you play violin?
No.
So why did they make y'all music play violin?
No clue. The music thing wasn't really like, I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't really prominent in our family. I think my grandpa played violin for a little bit or something like that. But,
see, I can understand sports, but violin is very oddly specific.
Ain't it? But you know, like I get it because it did a lot for me, and I didn't realize it until I was older, right? So,
right. Does it play an important part into your music, your core stuff today?
It plays an important part with my music theory knowledge and what I understand. I feel like there's a lot of producers that don't have an understanding of music theory, and that's depends on how you look at it. It could be a good and a bad thing. A lot of producers who know a whole lot of music theory can get caught up in their head on the music theory instead of just focusing on having a good time and just making some music. Right. You know what I mean? If there's a vibe there, run with it. Some songs There's like no music theory. Some songs just like one chord the whole time, but it's a vibe there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after that, I picked up drums. Went to college, thinking I was gonna be a drummer for music performance. Kind of a joke, but that's how I got into audio engineering. The school I went to had a whole bunch of studios, and I wanted to start taking classes to figure out how to do drum covers for myself, record them and put them on YouTube and stuff. And the advisor told me, he was like, look, bro, you can't keep taking these classes. These seats are saved for the major. I'm like, what?
You sound like Anderson .Paak to me, bro. For real, like, oh my god, dude. Like, you got the same positive energy to you, bro. Like, you definitely, I feel genuine positive energy from you.
I appreciate that. So, he was talking about this course called audio engineering. So I picked that up, fell in love with it. But until then, I had never been in the studio, never had no knowledge and nothing. So halfway through my sophomore year of college, I switched over to audio engineering, and I'm digging it. You know what I mean? I was spending time in the studio. I started playing in some bands. I ain't playing in any bands, so I was in college. So now I'm in college.
Yeah, this is going, bro.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, man. I just gotta add that extra commentary in there because this thing is fire. Okay?
I told you how much you trust me. Hey, shout out my old roommate Drip.
Shout out Drip.
Shout out Drip.
I got this thing. I think I got bit by a spider or a splinter or something in my hand, man. It's been bugging me. Like, it's been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you get a paper cut in your finger and it kind of calluses over, or you get that right type of cut, you got the little flap of skin. But that's what it feels like to me. I'm like, yo, this thing stings for some reason. Like, I feel like I got like a splinter in there type of thing. You feel me? So I was probably talking hella fast on that one.
It's all good. But
go ahead, continue.
I started playing in this rock band called Union Grove.
Yeah.
That was tough. Shout out Jake, shout out Tay.
So how'd you go from classical to bands? Is it the same? Is it an easy crossover?
So no. Alright, so my OG, super conservative Christian woman. Right? When I put out Serious, first thing I did was I texted her and I said, I put out a song. I want to wish you know ahead of time. Sorry.
Is she mad at you?
Nah. No. But you know, again, like, you know, she lived her life her way. I live mine my way. We used to really back heads on that, but now I feel like she really appreciates me for who I am. And when she loved me for me, I love you just, you know, the same way back.
That's fair though. That's what you're supposed to do. That's human growth, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Respect me for me, and I'm cool. So, we grew up listening to church music and not choir music, but like classical music.
Like what's classical? Like Beethoven classical? Like
yeah.
Yeah?
Beethoven, Bach. I can't think of all the names right now. It's been a while.
See that shit, bro? It's this right here. I feel like a splinter in my mouth.
No, I do see what you're talking about. I do see that.
It's bugging me, bro.
It's like the skin just grew over it.
Yeah, it's bugging me. I had a glass shard one like that, bro.
Damn.
Bro, it was on my heel, right? So like, you know, I was a kid, you feel me? I was in high school. I wasn't like a kid, but I was in high school. I was kind of active, right? So I didn't pay no attention to it. I was like, oh, I got a little allergies, go away, you feel me? And then certainly over time, I kind of like started limping on it, and that limp turns like a real like, ow, right? So I got some tweezers, right? I went to lift my foot up, and I was like, man, I gotta get this, man. It's gotta be a big splinter. And I wound up touching the splinter, and the splinter hurt when I touched the splinter. So I was like, this thing is in me, bro. So I go ahead and dig around. I pull the splinter out. It's like black and it's like brown, whatever. So I pull it out and I hear like, you know, like that. You feel me? And I'm like, oh hell no! And it's a shard of glass this deep, bro. It wasn't even in my skin. It was like my skin pressed on it, like I fell asleep on it, and my skin healed over it.
The body is trippy.
Trippy.
That's crazy. But from there, bro, I went to church out here. I've been in the St. Louis area for a long time. So I went to church with a whole bunch of white folks.
Right. Told you I'm random.
It's cool. A whole bunch of white kids started putting me in tune with screamo, you know, music. They gave me like Zayo, The Devil Wears Prada,
Zayo?
Haste the Day.
Zayo?
Zayo. Z-A-O. It's an old school.
It's gotta be school. You put Devil Wears Prada in there. I'm like, that old school too, or is that like?
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears. I won't call them old school.
That's like 2000s. Like 2005.
Wait, it's 2021.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. That is fair. I forget that sometimes, dude.
Right?
I forget that.
Right?
Damn.
I had a hard time fitting it out here in St. Louis, because I don't fit the mold for the average stereotype. I love that now. But growing up, especially being like
We were white kids.
the only black kid, you know what I mean?
White.
One out of 5 black kids, most places I went, so I was in 7th grade.
Mhm.
So, I'm hanging around with all these kids who wear the fabulous, have your hair straightened and wear skinny jeans from PacSun and shit like that. And my OG, she ain't finna really wear no women's jeans. You know what I mean? Like,
You didn't get it. I see how I got those jeans, bro. From the skater kids, from those magazines. Thrasher and Glicks and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
Man, I remember, man, trying to fit in with them kids, bro. I was like, man, what y'all like? Etnies, where you getting all these etnies and cool shit from? This magazine, bro. And they were all just cool, like gather, falling around these magazines. It's just a catalog of clothes, bro. Like, I want this one, I want that one. I'm like, damn, that's how y'all get along. All right, tight.
So,
but the black kids like Jordans. So you with the white kids, y'all sharing music. That's so crazy, bro.
So this put me into with the rock stuff, cause I just wanted to fit in, bro. We was at church, and all these kids, I think they was playing like Reliant K and shit first, and
I never heard Reliant K.
It's some rock stuff. It's a whole bunch of rock. I got into a whole bunch of rock music. I remember I was with a homie, and the first time I heard a rap song, I think it was like Lil Wayne or some shit, and it was just so boring to me at first because I'm used to listening to the orchestral classical music where there's movements and different vibes and motifs coming back around and shit like that.
What's up, motifs?
A motif. And so when it's like a consistent melody, you'll probably hear it on like concept projects and stuff like that where they like it's supposed to all come full circle and tie back around. So they'll start out one thing. It's a track by Grover Washington. I'll pull it up for you.
Right.
There's a motif in there. And so, like, you hear it in the beginning, it's like 10 minutes long, but you hear it in the beginning, they pull it around like 6 minutes throughout the song, so you're like, oh, that was a thing. Damn.
So like kind of where they explain when you're on an acid trip and you're like watching something and some comes full circle type of feeling? Okay.
But with music, they'll sneak it in and shit like that, right? So with concept projects, you probably hear it throughout multiple songs, a reoccurring melody that's familiar, and that's why it's called motif type shit. So like,
learn something every day.
Every day. I got a journal that I started for 2021 that I'm trying to like something to do every day.
So what did you do? Write down like, oh, I learned about butterfly. Are you creating one of those books that you play like in Fallout or in the loading screen where they show you like a flower, they show you the depiction of a flower and shit like that?
I have never played Fallout.
What? Do you play video games at all?
I do now. But we didn't have a game console growing up.
Okay.
I was the weird kid growing up. Like,
yeah. I mean, it plays out into your music like so beautifully. I think a lot of people do that. Like a lot of the kids that grow into something like Beethoven or Juice WRLD or the X's in the world, you know what I'm saying, or Jay-Z's in the world. Everyone's their own person, their own right. You went to that for a reason. You feel me?
Most definitely. I cherish it now because the older I get, I feel like I can see people who are just almost mad at me for being as expressive and free. I feel so free to express myself. If you don't like me, you ain't gotta be cool. You can go your own way. But I am who I am. I feel like so many people feel like they have to be somebody else or they can't be who they want to be or what they want to be. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's such a burden shackle. And I feel like I don't share that. I choose to be happy. You know what I mean? I live in reality. You know what I mean? I try to. My pops. He was an Optimist, part of the Optimist Club.
What?
The Optimist Club.
What is that?
Optimist. Essentially, it's like.
I'm assuming definitely not Transformer related.
No.
Okay.
No. Like optimism.
Oh. Okay.
Like the opposite of that is like pessimistic. Pessimistic. So like, perfect example is Childish, but like Eeyore, pessimistic as fuck. Negative all the time, always depressed. Optimist, they try to see the good in everything.
Okay.
It's good and bad sides to everything. So I feel like I see myself as a realist, but I try to see everything with the glass half full. Like an optimism perspective. It is what it is, first and foremost. It is what it is.
But there's good.
Look for the positive context in that though. Don't focus, you know what I mean? Like, you can't change shit. It is what it is. But now take that and like, how can you move positively? You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Like, how can you take reality and be like, how can I make this work for me? Because you can't change it. It is what it is.
And that definitely, it makes you wonder, are you living your life right now, or are you just living to exist?
Facts. Because it's a difference between like living your life and being alive. I'm sure that's like a ton of culture or some shit.
Right, well, yeah. Are you a flat earther?
I am not.
I am not.
I will say, I don't know all the research, you know what I mean? If you asking me this question, it makes me feel like you know some shit that I don't.
Well, no. I ain't asking you a loaded question. I mean, you seem like an educated person. Like, you're definitely a free thinker, or open more to the cosmos, cosmic energy.
Yes.
I couldn't know why I couldn't say that word. So I just asked the question, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of those things, like, outside of music, because, I mean, yeah, you make music, but your music has context for some odd reason, you feel me? Like, you're wondering things, you're thinking about other things, you're thinking about deeper things and feelings, so you're thinking about money to get to this, but like, I wonder, are you really wondering what the end goal is? Like, what is your end goal? You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so look, my end goal is to be, it sounds so cliche to sit there and be like the best way I can be.
No, go ahead.
Here's what I want to say. Like, money has never been a thing where, like, that's not all I care about. You know what I mean? Like, if someone were to tell me that I'll never make another dollar making music, or I would never make a dollar making music, I'd be like, alright, that's a little bit depressing, but like, I'm gonna go make a beat later, you know what I'm like? Music is my passion, it is my outlet, and it is a blessing that I get paid to do this shit full time. I do a whole bunch of little things, but if end goal, I just want to make enough money doing music that I can responsibly take care of me and who I'm responsible for. What that looks like in my grand scheme of things, I got a list of people I'd love to work with. What I want to do full time is be a producer. I love to create, make the phone calls. Could be like, if I can't get this bass line, hold up, bro. I know you.
I got him.
Not only is he a cold ass bass player, he's a bro. It's a whole vibe. It's not just, you know what I mean? Because like, bro, the vibe is so important in the studio. You can bring somebody that's cold, but if they can't hang with the room, it throws everybody off. It throws off all the energy. I love hanging with people. I love creating with people, and especially if I can't do it myself, be like, bro, come on through. Half the way I make my beats is I'll sit there and like, I'll play a line, I'll be like, it's cool, but I know somebody who can kill this shit even better. Call them, you know what I mean? Or send it off to him or something like that.
Did you ever mess with any famous people in the studio?
I've done some work with like Tink. She's a Chicago artist. I'm trying to think of who else. Nah, it hasn't been too many people like that. I feel like I'm still kind of underground right now, but like I've been in some cool places. I've been in like Steve Albini's studio. I got to meet him. You know what I mean? Have I done any work with Steve? No. You know what I mean?
I mean that's real though.
I got to be in some really cool places. I had this other mentor. He was in the industry heavy, so he got me to Steve Albini's studio. I got to go to NAMM out in LA last year, like around this time last year, which is like the National Association of Music Merchants. And I saw like Victor Wooten, I saw like Hancock, bro.
So you're not being producers, less more of artists.
Most definitely. I don't consider myself an artist at all. Everybody else does.
Wow.
Like, just because like I get into songwriting, how I write my shit, it's like journalism to me. It be journal entries. I'll just be thinking and I'll go through some shit and I'll just start talking to myself and then like a phrase or a bar, you know what I mean? Or a whole fucking tangent comes out. And I don't necessarily write stuff down to release it. I write it down because that's how I feel. You know what I mean? So like, if it comes around that way, cool. That whole song, Serious, I started out as a beat on my lunch break. I showed it to a homie along with like 8 other beats and I didn't even fuck with it. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm skipping through them, you know what I mean? And he was like, whoa, wait, go back to that. And I was like, this? He's like, it's hot. And I was like, what? And then bro started writing to it, started singing, and I was like, oh,
it's fire.
Like that. And so he was going through some stuff with a girl, I was going through some stuff with a girl. She was weighing on my heart, and I wrote the hook in 15 minutes.
You write, though. So you write your music.
But like, I don't write my music to put it out and like sell it. I write my music to express myself. I might sell some beats, you know what I mean? But that's different than like my music. And so like how Serious came about was, again, so he wrote his part, I wrote the hook. I was trying to sell it to somebody else, and I was trying to sell it to him as a whole idea. the beat and the songs. And I'm sitting there and like they heard my little hook because I'm alright at singing, but I feel like there's tons of people that can sing shit better than I can.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm sitting there trying to show the people, being like, this is what I hear on the vibe. Because it'd been a couple times where I'll make a beat and I'll get like a vibe attached to the beat. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know what the lyrics should be, but I feel like the song should be about this. Or something about your prompt. And they'll come back and like it'll be so far from it and it'll be like trash. You just want to be like, you know what? Give it back. Give it here.
Is that how you feel? Is that how like producers feel when like some artists come in there sitting there like, oh man, I just you're like, oh, I couldn't believe I let the dude take my beat. Like, can you sell your beat multiple times? Like,
that's more like a lease. It depends on the contract. So you can do like a basic ass lease between somebody who just has it. They can do what the fuck they want with it in the sense of like they can put it on YouTube, they can play it after the shows, if that's what y'all agree on. An exclusive lease is so only that artist has it. So an exclusive lease, that means that like you keep your rights and your royalties still, depending on your contract. But it means that nobody else but that artist can use it. They pay you more for it. And then there's other situations where it's like a work for hire, where essentially you just make it for them. Like if I worked for a studio, hypothetically, if I was a goofy, I could sign a contract that says anything I make while I'm here at the facility is the studio's. Because they pay me like an employee, like a W-2. You know what I mean? So it's like, depends on how you do it. I do know how I make most of my moves now. It is. I love the business aspect, but how I make most of my moves now is as an independent contractor. So
is that how almost any producer is? They're like independent contractors? I mean, because there's roles to everything, like a rapper or an artist or a musician, however you word this, is supposed to go to a producer, and the producer's supposed to be connected to these things, you're supposed to be selling these beats. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how you see, like when you play the games like Fable and whatnot, man, you're like, oh, I want to be a night elf. And you're like, oh, this is how a night elf's supposed to be. This is how a gladiator is supposed to be. Like, or this is how a producer's supposed to be. It's crazy hearing it and like seeing how y'all idolize other producers and whatnot. You feel me? And how rappers produce other, emulate other rappers. It's very interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? And how we all come together. It's super fascinating.
So, I agree. I've only been producing, I don't know a whole lot because I've only been producing for 3-4 years. I got into producing at the end of 2017 going into 2018.
How did you get into it? From there, like you just like...
So I got into audio engineering first.
Right, from college.
Right, so my senior year, one of my friends hit me up to come through and smoke.
Right.
She was like, I got this dude I want you to meet. So I showed up, bro. Was telling me he was a rapper and producer. I'm like, alright, cool. Showed me his stuff, and it was trash. Fucking Cooper.
Do you tell people that they're trash?
There's different ways to say it.
You be like, you need to work on this.
You know what I mean? I'll try to give constructive criticism, and if you fuck with constructive criticism, then we could work. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? Because I'm down. You know what I mean? Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are fucking trash when they start. You know what I mean? And it's just like you just need to be shown the right shit.
Right.
That's all it was. You know what I mean? I was a horrible drummer when I started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
in 5 years, I'll probably think I'm a horrible drummer now. Like,
well, I mean, there's always room for improvement. We all are our own worst critics. So.
Right, but so bro was our own producer, but like he had a whole bunch of loops that weren't in the same BPM, they weren't in the same key. So it's a whole lot of like shit. Fucking trash.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, look, I'll quantize this little drum shit for you because I'll be quantizing drums all the time.
Well, what is quantizing for you?
Timing up drums. Timing up drums. In Pro Tools, they got a shit called elastic audio. That's how you can move. It's like they put little markers on the specific transients and you can time them up to the grid and make it
precise, specific, on point,
right,
direct. All them words.
So with audio, simple shit. It's a loop.
Right.
Simple shit. She was like, damn, it's that fast? I was like, yeah, bro. Ain't no shit. He was like, bro, I'll roll another one up if you
teach me how to do this shit.
Well, no, he was like, do another one for me. I rolled one up. I was like, cool. I ain't no shit. So I did that for him. He was like, bro, you might as well be my producer. I'll be the rapper. We gonna, you know what I mean? We gonna take over this shit our way. Cool. Shout out to the bro, cause she was mad ambitious. I ain't never seen somebody ambitious as him.
Was it still in the game?
Probably, but we don't speak.
Bro,
me and bro had a big ass falling out. We moved to Chicago. We did me bogus. I could have handled it different ways. And I showed the suggestion, wish him the best going his own way. Cause I don't be purposely trying to fuck people shit up. You know what I mean? Like, if we gonna fall out, we gonna fall out. And I wish you the best of luck from a distance.
I mean, that's fair. That's some real shit.
You know what I mean? Like, that was really my nigga. And again, like, because that was really my nigga, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you did me bogus, but I had so much love for that nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you gonna do me like that, bro? I'm hurt. I ain't gonna sit there and try to get you back. That's not what it's about. I'm not a vengeful ass person. That's not me.
Yeah, I had someone do me dirty over $20 one time. I was like, bro, you really stole $20 from me? Like, I know you did it, but like, you know what, man? I confronted him on it. I said my piece on it. But I could have fought the man. I really wanted to, but I was like, you know what? Man, it ain't even worth it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to, I wish you the best, bro. I'm glad that $20 was pretty fucking worth it for you. You must have really needed it, but I'm out. You feel me? And then I had, man, you don't get betrayed by enemies. You get betrayed by your friends.
It's facts. But we won't get into that.
Okay.
I don't give my energy to that shit.
I'm God. But speaking about fixing shit and partnership and bettering things, man, shout out to our sponsors, Ready to Ride and Harm the Karma Tattoo, man. Shout out to the shirt, man. They gave me this dope ass Anubis Kisses.
That is a dope ass shirt. I will say that. I would rock that shirt.
It's black and white with like these, like, you know how you do rock fingers and they're kissing. It's called Anubis Kisses.
Shout out Half Acre. Y'all got some durable ass t-shirts. My homie Isaac know what I'm about to climb on.
God.
Bro, I was driving when we shot the music video. I went to go pick up my homie.
Is that like
Isaac.
a goat with 3 eyes on it?
It is. I'm also a Capricorn, so it's like.
Oh, so it's a thing for you. All right, cool.
So I got this t-shirt low-key because I had to pee,
Yeah.
and this was the only place, and I want to go into a business without buying some shit, but I want to buy a beer, so I was like, I fucking buy a t-shirt.
I buy a t-shirt.
I'm gonna put them on. Half Acres, they got good ass beer.
And that's a good shirt. And shout out to the beer.
Bro, this shirt caught on fire while I was driving the car.
What?
No burn holes.
Stop it.
I'm not even bullshit.
Maybe you had like some on you, like on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Germex. You feel me? You feel me? A Germexy effect.
For people that know, they know. This shit is wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 3-eye goat too. It's purple and gold and stuff.
You know. But
who you got? Like, who you sponsored by? You got any shout outs while we're on the topic?
No, I'm DIY all the way at the moment. No, I'm working on my shit. I just got my first LLC.
Word, you did that?
Started my first LLC because if I'm finna do this shit, bro, I'm finna come correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got plans for 2021, and I'm starting to make plans all the way through like 2026.
2021. One?
No, bro. So shoot, tell me how you got your sponsors and stuff.
Okay. Shit. No one's really never asked me that before, actually. But like, so in the world of podcasting, so how I became a podcast host, or how I created this, was I didn't even actually expect to do this. This was not even in my like planned life trajectory, like at all, my guy. Like, it's all on the strength of just knowing myself and being confident within myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like you are, like an artist, you feel me? Like, I was in the Marine Corps for a little bit. I did 5 years, and I got out. And in the process of getting out, I was like, first off, I didn't even think about doing that, bro. If you want, okay, so we gotta start all the way from there. If you want to do this, bro, because you gotta understand the gravity, because you gave me this whole story, bro, and I'm like, yo, that was some deep shit, and I really understand your character, and that plays a part of your music and your life and your soul and whatnot. But basically, I was a high school kid, man. I did some sports. I was in did a little wrestling, did a little track. I didn't play football or nothing. And it was coming to like my senior year, and I was like, man, fuck, I don't know really what I wanted to do. So I started looking at the military, and I was like, man, I looked at every branch, and I was like, fuck it, the Marines. And I was in the recruiting office, and they were going over this, that, and third. You can kick in doors, you can kill people, you can go travel, yada yada. I was, man, fuck all that. You said traveling, all right, that's some dope shit. All right, cool, but let me go. Before I sign my life away, all this sounds good, but let me go check all my other options. And in the middle of that, he's all like, man, come on, man, don't be a pussy, don't go to the army, man, go ahead and sign over. I was like, what? Don't be a pussy, come here. So I became a Marine, bro.
That's crazy.
No cap. That's really, but as I was preparing for it, the more and more it made sense of why I really did it. And then while I was in it, I really understood the machine that I was in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really understood the system like breaking you down. But like I was in the Hunger Game. You're in the Hunger Game. There is no more real or true that you can get to this. You feel me? Life or death. You feel me? Like legally, I guess you can say. I mean, yeah, you can become a serial killer or a gang member, but that's not like legal.
I see what you're saying.
And you can really go do some shit. You feel me? Like you can really shoot some bazookas. You can really go see some shit. You feel me?
And hang out there even with the
yeah, you feel me? Sorry, it's out. I got really like that. I'm sorry. There's mine. But after I did all that shit, I got out and I wound up meeting somebody at a tattoo shop called the Electric Crayon, which later on turned into the Harmer Tattoo Shop. You feel me? And I wound up being cool with the owners there, and they're the homies and they're helping me out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm helping them out. You feel what I'm saying? And
you got some nice things, bro. Any of your stuff happened over there?
Yeah, bro. I got my first sleeve was up from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, it was crazy. And I got this while I was in the service. You feel me? Like, it was crazy, bro. And I was like, y'all my homies. I still connect to them to this day. You feel me? Like, if I'm ever feeling some type of way, I took acid for the first time with them. Every time I took acid, I was with them. On my birthday, bro. On my birthday one time, bro. We were motherfucking North Carolina, bro. 4 tabs deep, each one of us. There were 6 of us, bro. And we had a little tent on this campground, bro, on the beach. And we had in the middle of an RV park. So we had this whole RV park. It's like an oval. And in the middle of the oval was like a little patch of grass, and we had this little tent. So all 4 of us, 6 of us slept in this like big ass tent that was on this little patch of grass. And we took tabs and we went play in the ocean. But to us, it was the most beautifulest day. You feel me? But in reality, like we're starting cameras, and it was like this great foggiest day. And bro, like the waves were all like, it looked like a storm almost, bro. And we were out there frolicking like it was nothing. And but anywho,
that's beautiful.
But that's how I wound up linking with him, and he was he became the shop owner of Karma, and then that's how I got that sponsor. And then the other sponsors came over time, like the Bottle and Barrel was a bar that was attached to town, it was local business, because I wanted to support everything locally. You feel me? Like local artists, I wanted local businesses. You feel me? So that's what I wanted to do. It's kind of like my thing. Like I'm not getting glory in it at all. You feel me? Like doing this interview isn't for me, it's for you.
I really respect that. What I love to do is like I try to put my homies on.
Right.
Like again, like I'm not saying that I've made it yet, but I really resonate with that whole shit of like.
My bad, that was a super roundabout story, man.
It's all good, and I appreciate you for it.
Yeah, I'm hot.
No, it's all good. But like to say like you can't make it till you put your homies on. My upbringing, bro. Like my friends are my family, and like I don't really have friends like that. I got a fucking circle. You know what I mean? Like the fucking tightest circle. You know what I mean? Like from like I don't know. I mean
that's how Marines feel though. You feel me? Like even though like when that's what I'm trying to say. Service really taught me camaraderie and real brother. I thought I knew it in college. I mean high school. You feel what I'm saying? Like with the wrestlers and whatnot. And my boys, no man. Like there's people who are fat, white, that brown, Puerto Rican, Asian, that who are Marines, bro. And I will fight for them to the left and right, bro. They'll still pick up a strap and just do whatever, bro. Like we're trained to hit you at 500 yards away with no scope, bro. No cap. You feel me? Like no shit. Like I can lay down on my stomach. Blah.
Damn.
You feel me? That's how we're trained though. There's no cap in my rap. You feel me? That's what it is. Like look it up. You train that in boot camp. You feel me? But when I got out of the service, bro, I learned how to ride bikes with Ryan Snooks. You feel me? From Ready to Ride. Shout out Ready to Ride. That's the other sponsor. You feel me? And when I got out, I was a gypsy, bro. I fucking traveled from North Carolina to fucking Colorado, and was like just me and my dog and my bike, bro, in my truck. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like life was so scary when I got out. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
How old were you when you got out?
It was 2016, bro. I'm 27 now. I was 21. 22.
Yeah.
It was 2016, bro. And I'm
5 years ago.
Yeah, I'm 27. So I'm 22, 23.
I just turned 26.
And I went home. I went to Missouri, went to Illinois, and then I became a piercer. And then that kind of fizzled out. I ain't gonna talk about that because that's some bullshit too. But and I was like, man, what I'm gonna do? And I was like, man, I really love music, bro. I gotta do something with music. I really love music. You feel me? Like, I can go to work with someone with music, happy, mad, sad. Fuck, it's music. You feel me? I ain't gotta flip a burger. You feel me? I ain't gotta wear a suit and tie. It's music, and I can do whatever I want. And it's y'all's story. I'm chilling with y'all. I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. It's my podcast. Fuck whatever everybody wants to say. You feel me? I can sit here and talk about rainbows and Barneys all fucking day, and I don't hate on nobody about doing their own thing. Anybody can make a podcast. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody can do it. You just gotta put hard work into it, be consistent, and know your shit and love what you do. That's it. You think that like this? If everybody loves music, why are there not so many rappers? You feel me? Or more? You feel me? Because that just goes to show you not everyone is good at everything, and not everyone has hard work, determination, or passion, or ambition. You feel me? You really love what you're doing. That's why you will sleep in a van if you have to get to where you want to, because you're really passionate and driven about what you want to do.
We done it.
Woo! You did? What's the wildest road story, bro?
I was on this tour. I'm not gonna say the band name. I was on this tour with this hip hop group out on the West Coast, and my man's told us what he told us was too good to be true, and we was naive. But we drove overnight from like St. Louis to Portland.
Portland? Jesus.
And we got there, and bro moved out of his house, and we were like, what? And then bro quit 2 of his jobs. I was cutting a whole lot of details out. Him and his partner had a budget. We were supposed to be on tour for 3 months going up and down the West Coast, and we found out that their budget was like 3 bands.
3 bands.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, load it.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that.
Then we supposed to, we traveled in a like 1997 Chevy Astro van with no trailer hitch, and my mans did not think to get this bitch inspected before we went out, left the road. So
yeah, let me go ahead.
This is how I became a realistic optimist.
Okay.
Because it was not supposed to be what it was, but I had such a good time.
Stop
because what else are you going to do when the van breaks down every day on the side of the road in California, bro?
So y'all were just like,
my nigga, I got strep throat too.
You had strep throat,
bro? Like, cut this out the. Like, so many things went wrong, and it was just like, bro, there's like, if you sit there and bitch and complain about it, like, you're just not gonna have a good time. This is the reality. We are here, the van broke down. We can either enjoy this next adventure together, or we can all be fucking miserable. What's it gonna be?
And they were just like, well,
you know what I mean? Like, cause like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know, sure take some time to like accept that it's not what it was supposed to be. But like bitching about it when it's the reality, with like what you sitting here complaining about it being like in your feelings is not going to change shit.
So did y'all like? How'd y'all eat?
Oh, we had a great time, bro. How did we eat, bro? Bro, we was cooking shit out the van, man. So look,
cooking shit out the van.
We was cooking shit out the van, bro.
How the fuck were you cooking shit out the van?
They had some places planned out for us to stay, but a lot of it was just like, at the end of the day, it was like peanut butter and jelly. We'd eat pizza here and there.
So it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. No, it didn't get. The food wasn't a problem, bro. It was like, so the van kept breaking down, so we couldn't make it to shows. The shows that we could make it to weren't good shows. The front man hyped shit up more than it was supposed to be. We had to like pay to play for some tickets and shit. We got into it was a whole lot of not what it was supposed to be. It was a learning experience
for sure
for everybody.
That sounds.
And they made it.
I really wish it was recorded almost. Did you see some creepy hitchhikers and shit?
I had no. The people I were with were pretty like good people and safe people. They were just naive people. Like the front man, again, like how he handled some of his business, I guess he just expected other people to just be good people, but he's from like a small Illinois, literally nowhere town. So like,
he's the owner. He has to be good.
You know what I mean? Like, we can chop shit up about this shit later.
Okay.
Cause that, I mean, like, dude, this is. I don't wanna make it seem like I didn't have a good time, because like I did have a good time, just not in the way I expected.
Not me. I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I'm just got like a hangover type journey in my head.
I had such a good time getting to know bro. Like me and him are so cool for it. Had I not gone on that tour, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have known him the way I know him now. And I got so much respect for him. for the person that he is.
But
that's not what I went on the tour to do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But it was, so that was the wildest. I remember there was one time that I had strep throat, and we were on the shoulder of the interstate in the middle of the day, and the van's breaking down, and I'm just lying in the shoulder lane on the interstate because I'm fucking fatigued and I'm like exhausted and I can't speak because I got strep throat and I feel like it's a golf ball in my throat.
So how long did this last?
Strep throat?
No, this whole trip.
The whole tour lasted about like a month.
You were on a month on the road like that?
Something like that. Maybe take a week off for rehearsals. We got there and we were supposed to rehearse in Portland for a week. And then we drove up to Seattle. I think we played a show in Portland as like a test, and we went up to Seattle, played a show in Seattle, came down through Portland, and we were going through California, and we were in Northern California when the band broke down.
You know what's so interesting about this though? Like the story, like you only hear stories like this through rock bands.
It was a band.
You feel? I mean, but bands though, you feel me?
Bro,
like
I love it. I will forever, rock was my first love. You know what I mean, bro? Like, I will forever love rock shit. And like, there is such a home and an inviting home in the DIY scene. Shout out to the St. Louis DIY music scene.
Why is it called DIY music?
Do it yourself, bro. And here's why I fuck with this so much, bro.
But isn't everything do it yourself?
Nah. You go through labels, you have your own publishing, people go through.
Oh, you mean it's independent?
Mm-hmm. In that sense, DIY. Because it's independent even down to the venues, you know? Like house shows.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Playing basement shows.
Okay.
Barnfest.
That was definitely, I was not.
That's a DIY.
I did not expect that. I had fun. But like you said, not what I expected.
Were we out, when I met you, were we out in like a forest or were we out in front of somebody's house?
In somebody's house.
Okay.
It was
I played there twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when
the first Barnfest I went to, it was a life-changing moment and it made me really want to be a part of this. My band Union Grove, we were like just kind of like, we just started playing shows and we got into the St. Louis scene because we formed both in Greenville and that's like an hour later and St. Louis was the closest scene. And I grew up here, so I kind of knew some people to like up and get it. We got to play this Barnfest and it was so dope. There was this band Bike Path, and it was like their last show because this dude Lucas or somebody or Luca or somebody was moving to Colorado.
Okay.
Right. And so I guess they'd been around in the scene for a minute and they had collected some hype. They were a good band too. But like, I guess they'd been in a whole bunch of other bands too, so it was like everybody had known them in the St. Louis area.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this big ass moment that it was like their last show. They had a good slide, and I'm looking around and like, we're new to the scene, so we don't know them.
Right.
But everybody else knows each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the end of an independent film where everybody's like, this is the last song. You know what I mean? Like, this is the end type shit, and like, it's ending on like an optimistic note, but like hella people had tears in their eyes, motherfuckers got their arms around each other and they're rocking back and forth, singing these songs, and I'm sitting there realizing, bro, everybody knows each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so relatable because they worked side by side with these motherfuckers when they went through the shit that made them write the song. Then they know who the song's about. You know what I mean? Like, they were there.
Yeah.
They were a part of it,
yeah.
type shit. You know what I mean?
When you see neighborhood kids die, bro, it is the craziest thing. I mean, not like, I'm not saying like that way, but I'm saying like people really band together here, and it is super fascinating. It's like America within America. Like it's like
for real.
It ain't, but when man, like that cold mentality is crazy as fuck though.
Is.
When you're on the opposite end of that shit, you're like, damn.
I swear. But like they're playing this song. And I can't even remember what the fuck the lyrics were, but it was like the whole crowd knew the lyrics. Mm-hmm. It was such like a welcoming embodiment. And the whole time there's some good bands, there's some what the fuck bands, but the one thing I really appreciate about it all is that like as long as you're genuine and speaking your truths,
right.
somebody's gonna fuck with it. Even if they don't fuck with the music, they respect your energy. You know what I mean?
They do let people be people.
Exactly. And
Well,
then, you know,
was that your favorite venue that you played at?
Barnfest?
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the most memorable.
Yeah. Did
Like,
you play at Foo Bar? Or
a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Whole bunch.
Yeah,
Foo Bar was cool, but I just didn't have. I got to witness that. You know what I mean? And it was so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like the song, I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was Violet. And I don't remember what the fuck the lyrics were at the end, but it was something simple that you could like. It was like a fucking, like an anthem. You know what I mean? Like a DIY anthem. And to watch that shit happen again, like it was, I was like, this is what it's about. Like this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like they stamped that shit in time right there.
And that was imprinted on your heart, didn't it?
Exactly, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. That was a sentimental ass moment. I don't know where that band at now, where them people are. You know what I mean? But like that was an inspiring ass moment because that's what neighborhood squad, the community, like that's one of the things that it stands for. The neighborhood, the neighborhood. I was raised on the concept that it takes a village to be a child. Part of my testimony is so many people have been there for me and looked out for me when I wasn't even their responsibility. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed for that shit. You know what I mean? I'll say that shit any day, anywhere. Bro, I probably got like 7 women whose name is like something mom in my phone. You know what I mean? Cause like I would not have made it without this shit. And so you motherfuckers don't know me, I could have been lying. You know what I mean?
I think kids like that, or kids that go through that, you can only call them kids, but humans that go through those experiences, bro, I think they become better humans. They experience more, they go through more, they connect more. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you have to go through that shit to really understand life.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
Because if it was handed to you, you wouldn't really appreciate it.
And then when I say it all comes full circle, I wouldn't be nothing without my circle. I'll do so much for anybody in my circle, and then in my circle, because it's vice versa, and it all comes back. When I'm down bad, they got me. When they down bad, I got them. You know what I mean? Like this.
Do you value words like pretty well in friendships?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I value words pretty well. Like if you say you love me, I love you. You feel me? If you say you gonna kill me, that's forever. You feel
Bro,
me?
I don't play with that L word. Like
Yeah.
People who know me know, bro. Like
when you say it, I mean it.
exactly.
And I'm real sensitive to you. You feel me? So I'm real sensitive to you. You feel me? So when you say something to me, bro, I'm like, dang, you really robbed me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly, bro. Like I'll be, I can't think of the right adjective, but I'll watch
you said the
what
right
I say.
adjective.
I'll watch what I say.
Yo, I really like this vibe, man. This conversation been great.
For sure, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming down, man. I mean, I'm for real, man. Thank you for coming down, man.
It's been great to meet.
Yo, what was it like on the show? What was it like on the show for you?
It's been cool. I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Cause this is my first time meeting you, like aside from at the Barnfest.
Yeah.
But
when I saw you at Barnfest, bro, I was like, oh. I was kind of. That's when I first had my first White Claw. Okay, so I was lit. But when I saw it, I was like, oh man, there's another one. Oh, tight. I'm like, he got pierced ears. He got gauged ears too. Tight. So I was like, bro, what's up? And I was like, I know what probably seemed like I fanboyed the fuck out, but I kind of did, but I wasn't for real. You feel me? Like not. Like some people think my energy's like that, but I'm just like generally hype about shit. You feel me? I'm just like, yo, if you did some cool shit, I'm like, bro, you did some. What's up? You feel me?
Like, look, that's part of the optimist creed. It's just like to be. I can't remember everything, but I remember I read it and I resonated. It resonated with me so much. And part of it is to be just as excited for your friends' accomplishments as you are your own. You know what I mean? I love that because it's just like it's so simple to break it down. It's to just don't be a fucking hater. You know what I mean?
It's not hard,
bro. You did your shit. Like, you did your shit.
But people don't want to say that. They be like, oh man, you got a nice little car. Why don't you say I got a nice car, bro? You want me to say you got a nice car, right? So you don't want me to say you got a nice little car, do you? So why don't you just say I got a nice car too? So I can say you got a. You feel me? Not so I can say it, but man, it's crazy. But look, man, shout out to the gang, man. Shout out to you for sliding, man. Shout out to man. How many bands are you so active in? So we can get some active shout outs on that one.
Alright, so look, I play in Oversleeping. That's the first band right now.
Right, shout out Oversleeping.
You heard it here first. Shit's gonna be coming out in 2021.
Okay. I'm ready for it. What's up?
You gonna fuck with it.
I'm down.
I don't know if you saw Union Grove or Oversleeping, but so
Union Grove was at Barfnest.
So was Oversleeping, I think.
I only saw you play once.
Okay. Cool. So I play Oversleeping. I play in a side project called Happy to Be Here. Some fucking amazing people in that, and the whole concept is just like, I can't wait to go on stage and be like, look, we are happy to be here. Because that's what it is, bro. Like, I fuck, music is my passion.
Okay,
anytime I get to do that shit, I am just happy to be here. Mm-hmm. Like, we were trying to think of a band name, and I was like, I'm keeping a buck with y'all, I'm just happy to be here. And I was like, bro, how y'all feel about that shit? Like,
boom.
So,
you the drummer in that band too?
I am.
Alright. So you drummer full time.
Mm-hmm. And so then I also play Neighborhood Soiree is the collective that I just started.
Neighborhood what?
Neighborhood Soiree.
Alright.
That's what Sirius got released as.
Okay. You got a tattoo?
This Neighborhood Soiree logo right here.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a house with like what is those things called? A gramophone? Gramophone horn at the top of it? Alright, cool.
Got the little NS right there on the door.
Okay.
So look, this is what Neighborhood Soiree represents. It represents like a good time, a safe place, and community.
I fucked with that.
Like that's all it was. So many times where I've been making music, because I really started get into the music just when I was in college. I pulled so many all-nighters, you know what I mean? So first off, the neighborhood, that aspect of if you want to go far, go with many, and it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is, bro. And then soirees are usually like evening partings or gatherings, but it's relatively a good time.
Right.
Usually music is involved. Most of the people I make music with, we be chilling late at night, working on music, and it be on some genuine shit. We don't really look for fake shit.
Okay.
Like,
so it's a family vibe, so it's just family love.
It is.
You're just enjoying each other's company, enjoying each other's vibe.
Come as you are, you know what I mean? Like, just be you.
I mean, that's what they say in Christian Bible anyway. What you're supposed to do as a human, you know what I'm saying? Accept people for who they are, you feel me? I mean, that's why everyone wants to put a label on everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to really say that, you feel me, nowadays. It's getting harder and harder to say that because everyone's labeling everything. Like, but we just be yourself, you feel me? Just like what you like, you are who you are, you know what I'm saying? Just because you like red don't mean I gotta hate you because I like blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, you like white girls, you like black girls, cool, whatever, man. I gotta hate you because you like the different thing, whatever, man, do your thing. But anywho, long rant short, I don't know why I'm a ranter or something.
Me too, bro.
I
feel that.
That's why you want someone to understand the full aspect of what you're saying, but you want to give them a backstory so they can understand what you're saying. Yeah.
The context is shit. You gotta set the context.
Yeah, got to, cause like I seen a spider, I got scared. You're like, so it was a spider, like, but you don't understand how scared I am of spiders. You feel me?
No, I get it, bro. I be going on tangents too. I'll start going on one thing, but like that actually reminds me to make this point, and then like now would be a good time to bring up this other thing real quick, so we just eat that shit in there real quick.
Eat. But yo, thank you for tuning in to Goldie's Room, man. It's been great having you, man. You man, a million talents. I just you do everything. You're the Renaissance man for all I know. Out of Chirac, you know what I'm saying? Chirac OG over here putting down on the street, putting the beat to the streets. You know what it is. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay notified for everything going on in out the 6 and abroad. Make sure you also walk up to behind that like button, rear nigga choke that motherfucker. It really helps me in my efforts to support my local music scene, man. You know what it is. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Support your local music scene.
You got to.
Support your local music scene.
You got to.
That shit is so important.
Yeah, what's your social media, man?
Neighborhood Soiree and Sojourner and Nurse.
Bet. Check them out. Check out Goldie's Room on Facebook, Instagram. Check out Goldie's Room on TikToks. Yeah, I started TikTok. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I started TikTok. I'm sorry. It's fun. You feel me? I did the whole thing with it. Anywho, go check it out. You know where it is. I love you guys, and we are out. Peace.
I can send you all the social medias to the things that I'm a part of, and we can just like throw them all up.
I'm down.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?